Xokonoschtletl, Gomora, in the city of Chicago. We're very happy to have him here. He is a very valued asset for the Mexican people throughout the world, the United States, Mexico, all over the place. He's been in 47 countries, and we're very happy to have him here in Illinois, in Chicago, with us today. How you doing, Xokonoschtletl?
Well, how do you do? I'm very well. I'm glad to be in this big and great city. It's my first time here, and I wanted to leave a lot of positive messages to all those they might see this video.
We have been looking at your book, Juicio to Spain, Juicio a España. It's a Spanish book. I know you have 11 books now, and they've been distributed throughout the world. They're all in Spanish right now?
Well, most of my books, they are written in German. I wrote them in German. I speak German very friendly. Unfortunately, it is any book from me written in English. That's a pity, but till now, we haven't found nobody that had translated, and unfortunately as well, we didn't have the money enough to make translations. But I would love to very much, because I am talking about traditional medicine. I am talking about the real history from our country, and very especially I am talking about brotherhood. It is important, very important, that we understand that all of us, we have the same mother, and this mother is called Mother Earth.
Correct. What message do you think this book, or your book, for example, Juicio a España, can give the Chicano, the Mexican, the Mexica community, the fathers and the parents? What do you think the message for them would be?
The word Chicano is wrong. Mm-hmm. They are Mexicano.
Correct.
See? So not only Chicano, which they take out the M and E, then Me, then they make themselves.
So
themselves, not Mexicans, and they are in everywhere. They have to see only a mirror, and over there they will say, "Hey, you're Mexican, man." So they are Mexicano. So those brothers here, they are Mexicano from the north, and I am a Mexicano from the south.
Correct. Just another example of how Mexicas have been changed their names. Correct. Now they went from Mexicanos to Chicanos, but it's good that you point that out for the people.
It is very important. Mm-hmm. If you say Chicanos and Mexicanos, then you make two different kinds.
Correct.
And we aren't two. We are one. It is a border that separates us, and now a big wall. But we cannot be separated at all, because it's the same sun, it is the same clouds, it's the same sky. So don't forget it. We are just one. It is a very, very important issue. We have to talk about it and be sure that we are a community, only one. So we can be strong. If Mexicanos from the south and Mexicanos from the north, we are together in everywhere. Talking about food, talking about culture, talking about ways of life, and very especially talking about the same kind of philosophy. That's the thing. So I don't like really when people here talks about Chicano studies, they have to talk about Mexican studies. Why? Because they learn everything about Quetzalcoatl, they learn about Zapata, they learn about us. So it's one people, not two.
Correct. What message do you want to give out to the youth that get a hold of your books? To the youth, the younger people, the younger Mexicans. What is your message to them?
Well, my book is very important, but it's a lot more important that the people here understand, especially those roots you are talking about, where they are coming from. They have to know their own roots, because they don't know from where they are coming from, they don't know where they are going to, and because that, they live in chaos. They make distractions, so they don't know anything about them. So that's the thing, that's exactly the point. The parents, that's for the parents. The parents, they have to say it with dignity and with proud. I'm Mexican, because our cultures, Aztecs, for example, Mayas, Totonacs, Zapotecs, and many others like the Purépechas or the Tzeltal. They were great cultures, and they aren't dead at all. Till today, in Mexico, we speak 63 our own languages and over 150 dialects. So our cultures, they aren't dead, they still be alive. So the parents, they have to tell their children their history. They must, of course, the youth that are here, they must speak English perfectly. But that doesn't mean that that's why they cannot speak Spanish. For me, it's a pity if I'm speaking with Mexicans and they do not speak Spanish at all. I mean, I don't like Spanish so well, but in Mexico we speak a very beautiful, very wonderful Spanish, which I do believe, no, I am sure it is nicer and better than the Spanish that they are speaking in Spain. I have been there several times, and we speak a very nice way. Like we are singing, when we are talking, we are saying always mamacita, papacito, chilito, cariñito, amorcito, very nice words, and we have to keep on. So of course, if some parents have the big opportunity to be from the Purépecha, from the Nahuatl, or from others, it is very important, very important that they understand this, that they are proud, that they are Mexicans, so they have to teach their children. For them children to teach against their other children. Otherwise, in 2-3 more generations, they are going to be only a copy from people from the USA. I mean, they are brothers, but they are going to turn in something they aren't. So they are going to be a copy from Europeans. They are going to be a copy from Spaniards. And we aren't copy. We are original. So we don't need to be a copy from anyone at all. Our cultures, even they were better in many ways as ancient cultures, like for example the Greek, where our calendar were better. Like from example, from those in Egypt, they never learned how to build big cities with many things in the middle of a lake. It is called hydraulic constructions. They never knew that. So we have to realize our past, and we need to be proud again. We need to have our own dignity, and very especially that the people understand our own way to say history. History is always having written by the winners and not by the losers, or so-called losers, because for us, they are the losers. They lose the big opportunity to have a big culture as ours, but because they destroy it, then what is the whole world that they stole it? Spain is now one from the poorest countries around the world, or at least in whole Europe. So what did they make with all the gold, all the silver they took away from our countries? But that's another story.
Correct. We know that you came here to Chicago to have conferences in universities and in organizations like Casaslan here in Pilsen, the Calculis. And what will you be speaking about on your conferences? What message do you bring to the community here in Pilsen after so much violence and the change that has been going through now in a positive way? What are you going to be talking about a little bit?
Well, it will be about philosophy, about our philosophy, about ways of life. I will speak to them about traditional medicine. I will talk to them about their own language, Nahuatl. Because if the Chinese speak Chinese, Japanese speak Japanese, well, Mexican, they gotta speak Mexican, not Spanish. Spanish is not Mexican at all. So I will talk to them about their own roots. I will talk to them about how does Mexico now is looking like, and even what does it mean Mexico is a shame is a shame that most of the Mexicans, they don't even know what does it mean, the word Mexico. It is not even Mexico or Mexico. The real original name is Mexico. So it symbolizes a lot. You have to know that.
Okay. How long do you plan to stay here in Chicago? Is there a special website or a way they can get a hold of you, make some contributions to your, to your campaign, to what you're trying to do here? We know you've been trying to follow, and for many years, trying to bring the Corona Moctezuma back, the plum feather crown, back to Mexico. Can you tell us a little? Is this something you're going to be talking about at these conferences?
Because it's the main purpose of my visit. For me, it's a mission that I have made since over 25 years. I have lived everything what I have to do in Mexico, a country that I love very much, moving around the world. I was, like you say, in 47 countries, and I was talking with a lot of important people, always trying to get back to Mexico, our holy feather crown, that it has been in Vienna, Austria, since 1525. So this holy crown, it is very important when it comes back to Mexico, because we have lost in many ways our own roots, our own traditions. And I will talk about with whom I have been speaking, because I was talking with the Pope, for example, at the Vatican in 1993. I was talking with kings, with queens, with princes, and a lot of people around the world. Anyway, I was taken to Europe till now, 447 traditional dancers from Mexico. And of course that I do need donations, because I have been paid 99% all by myself. I do become help once in a while, but it is very small, absolutely very small. I need a lot more financial support, because that has costed a lot of money. Especially, I am most of the times in Europe, so of course over there is euros. Here for us, dollars is a lot, because I live in Mexico. But when I'm going to Europe, it's a lot more expensive. Anyway, I do believe that this crown will come back to Mexico in these future years, and we have been twice over 95% from possibilities to get this crown back. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Now we are, I believe, around 50-60%. They aren't so good, but still very good.
Has the Mexican government helped you bringing back the Corona, the plum crown, back to Mexico?
Unfortunately, they didn't. Unfortunately, the government of Mexico is very happy that the Mexicans we still being ignorant. They don't want that Mexicans, they get to know their culture, because if we are proud of ourselves, we are not going to let us move as puppets. So that's exactly why the government of Mexico, they haven't helped me at all. They have been talking once in a while about that, because I force them. I make a lot of work in every country I'm going. I'm speaking everywhere with the press. I believe, no, I am sure that over 500 million people around the world know about what I am doing. So that means the whole United States, the whole Mexico, Guatemala, and other countries together. See? So unfortunately, the government, they haven't helped me. They didn't help me, and even it makes me some kind of sad, some kind of frustrated that more Europeans have helped me than Mexicans or the government of Mexico. But it doesn't matter. I continue to go on, because this crown, it will be back. Just to give you a little example, now we are in September 2013. From 15 days ago till now, only 15 days, In Mexico, there are over 50 newspapers that nationwide have been spoken about this feather crown. So what I'm trying to say is a very important issue, well important, because if in case this crown comes to Mexico, it will be the only time that somebody gives back some kind of object so important, so religious, so sacred as this crown from Montezuma, which is important for me to say that it is exactly as the hat called mitra from the Pope. That hat from the Pope, it symbolizes the power of the church, it symbolizes the spirituality, and it symbolizes economy, everything. It symbolizes that little mitra. So this crown, it is an imperial crown, which it is called Pili Quetzali, and it means Gomora Real Preciosa. So that will be around imperial precious crown, more or less.
Correct. Thank you very much, Xokonoschtletl. Is there anything you want to say to the people here in Chicago, the Mexicans here, something in Spanish? Algo que le quieras decir a la comunidad mexicana aquí de Chicago, Illinois, que obviamente se habla en todos los Estados Unidos.
Que viven en destrucción, que infortunadamente no han comprendido el sentido de la vida. Entonces, por favor, despierten, pónganse listos, hagan las cosas como deben de ser. Por favor, no se les olvide, ni hoy ni nunca. México los espera con los brazos abiertos, pero pórtense bien, a hoy y siempre. ¡Viva México!